Hi and welcome. In this video, you will see how you can use Clappia as a Google Form alternative with calculations and logic. Although Google Forms is a common choice for making simple forms, in Clappia you can create both simple and advanced forms. So if you need to perform calculations, it works similar to spreadsheets and is simple to create. Here you can do this easily using the calculations and logic feature. Let's see how to use this with the help of an example. Over here, I have created an application earlier for a store's billing information. Let me explain how the app works and will look like so that we can understand where we will be implementing calculations in this app. So there are three sections to this app. The first section is the store section, which captures basic details about the store. The next section is the product section, where we will be capturing the different types of products that a customer buys. So over here I have listed out the different types of products. So I can select a product and then give its corresponding price and quantity. In this particular section, I would also like to get the total price of the product. Now it is important to note that over here I can only select a single type of product. But if a customer chooses to buy product 1 and product 2, over here we can click on add another product. And then you can see that this section has been copied with all the corresponding fields. That is because this particular section is a copyable section. So over here I can click on product 2 and then give its corresponding price and quantity and then get the total price for product 2. Coming to the summary section, over here I would like to implement the total price of both product 1 and product 2 along with the shipping cost if applicable. So let's see how to do this step by step. We go to the design app where you can edit your app and then click on the product section. When we click on the section, you can see all the earlier fields. Now over here to get the total price, I will click on add field and then I will click on calculations and logic. This calculations and logic block can be configured on the right hand panel that has appeared here. There are two options, basic and advanced, for configuring. Now the total price I would like to capture for before tax as well as after tax. So under label name I will mention total before tax. Now we have the formula option where we can implement calculations and logic. Now if you have worked with spreadsheets earlier, you would have come across implementing various types of calculations as well as logic and conditions like if, else, or, etc. The same thing can be implemented in Clappia as well. We share a similar library, but in place of cell numbers, we have the concept of variable names, which you can find at the top of every field in brackets. Now to get the total price before tax, I will be doing price into quantity. So I will type in @price to get the variable name. You can see that it has populated here. Click on it into @quantity. You can see that the variable names for each of the corresponding fields has appeared. You can see price is in brackets. It matches this field. Now we can click on save. Now let's see how to get the total after tax. So I will click on add field and then click on another calculations and logic block. And then over here in the label, I will mention total after tax. So let's say the tax is 5%. To implement the formula, it will be the total before tax plus 5% of it. So over here, I will just type in total before tax plus 5% of total before tax. So total before tax into 5%. Now we can also give a description to this field. This is usually to let the user know what to input into the field, or it could be just a helpful information. So over here, I can just mention something like tax is 5%. When I click on save, you can see that the tax is 5% description has appeared at the bottom of the field. So let's see how the calculations work in the app. We go to app home and then click on the product section. Over here, you can see the total before tax and the total after tax block has appeared. So let's see how this works. Product type I can select as product 1, price per unit 1000, quantity can be anything 4, You can see the total before tax is 1000 into 4, which is 4000, and after tax with 5% is 4200. Now let's see further configurations. We go back to the design app and now we click on the summary section. In the summary section, I would like to get the total price of every product bought by the customer. So I will click on add field and then click on another calculations and logic block. Over here, I will just type in price. For the formula, since I had mentioned that I want to capture the total price, so that would be total price of product 1 or product 2, product 3, whatever the customer buys. And I had also mentioned that this particular product section is a copyable section, which means that over here you can only see one particular total after tax block. So that means there is only one variable for this. So I cannot mention total after for each and every one. So how do we do the summation of all of the products? For this, we have to give in the formula sigma. Sigma is only applicable for copyable sections, and this is used to get the total of every block which is copied. If you would like to understand how to use copyable sections better, do not forget to check out that particular video. So over here I will type in sigma at the rate total after tax. So no matter how many times the section has been copied, it will keep adding the amount that is there for total after tax for every product. Now we can click on save. So let's see how this works. We go to the app home, we click on the product section as well as summary. You can see that the price block has appeared over here. Now let's give the same example again. Select product 1, and now I would like to add another product, so that would be product 2. And give the corresponding price and quantity. You can see the total before tax and total after tax has also been calculated over here for the second section. And now under summary, you can see the price has been calculated for both product 2 and product 1. If we see 4200 plus 2100 equals 6300, which is correct. Now let's go back to the design app. We go back to the summary section. Now for example, if shipping is selected as yes, you would like an additional cost of 50 to be added to the total price. If the shipping is no, then you keep the price as the same. So let's see how to implement this particular type of condition. We click on add field and then we click on calculations and logic. Now over here I will type in total price. For this particular formula, I will type in if. You can select if, and in the brackets you can type in at the rate shipping equals to yes. Then you would like to get the total price plus 50. So that would be at the rate price. You can see price 1, which corresponds to this field, plus 50. Else it would be just price. So at the rate price. Now we can go to the advanced option. Now we have the option display this field if. Over here we can implement calculations and logic as well. So for example, in this particular app, I would not like the total price to show, but if shipping is selected either as yes or a no, only then would you like the total price to show up. So here let's implement that logic. So since it's already an if condition, I can just directly go ahead and write at the rate shipping not equals to null set. This logic basically means that only if a shipping option is selected as yes or no, then the total price will be selected. This is the symbol for not equals to. And the null set represents that something has to be selected. We click on save. Now let's see how this works in the application. We go back to app home and then click on products, summary. We click on product 1, 1000, select the quantity, you get the total calculations, And here you can see the price is calculated as 4,200, which is the same as total after tax. But if we select shipping, you can see the total price has appeared with 50 as an additional cost. If we select no, you can see that no shipping cost has been added. Now you can also see that if I deselect this option, you can see nothing is selected, the total price has disappeared. So only when we click on yes and no, the block appears. That is because we have configured it as such. We can also mark certain fields hidden. That is because if shipping is selected as no, you can see total price and this price is marked the same. And it would look really odd in the billing information. So let's see how to keep this particular field hidden. We go to Design app and then click on Price, and here we have the option Hidden. So we can enable this option, click on Save, and this particular block should be hidden from your main app. We click on Summary, and here you can see that the price block has disappeared. If we click on yes and no, only the total price block appears. So now let's go ahead and fill in this app. So I'll give in the store name, an employee name, the date and time is selected, product type I can give product 1, its corresponding price, quantity, add another product, say product 2, corresponding price, quantity. You can see it is calculated. Now we go to summary, the total price is given as 5,250. If we select shipping, it is 5,300. If you want to verify, 3,150 plus 2,100 will give you 5,250, along with 50 will give you 5,300. Now we can go ahead and submit this information. To view all your submissions, you can go to the Submissions tab and click on a submission, and you'll get a right-hand panel that captures all the details. You can see that product 1 and product 2 has been captured over here with all their details. And once you click on summary, you can see the shipping is selected as yes with the total price. If you would like to download this particular submission, or if you would like to download all your submissions that you might have, you can click on the download option over here and it will download in an Excel format. Now what happens if you are stuck on a particular calculation? So let me just duplicate this tab real quick. Alright, so if you need to know how to implement certain calculations or logic for your app, all you have to do is click on the more option that is there on the left side of your workplace and then click on the help guide. Once you get your help guide, you can see that there is a search bar over here where you can type in the various blocks that you need to have help on. So over here I will type in formula and then click on search. You can see the formula block link has appeared. You can click on this, and the configuration for the formula block, or rather the calculations and logic block, is listed in detail over here. You can just scroll down, and if you want to know all the formula that is supported in Clappia is mentioned over here. You can also type in the values to see how the calculation works. There are different types of formula mentioned over here. So if you need anything, you can always click on this and see how it works. All the formulas listed underneath each and every field. You can create complex calculations by combining the different formulas that is accepted in Clappia. If you have any queries regarding the configuration of the calculations and logic block or any other feature in Clappia in general, you can always request support by clicking on the option over here, or you can email us directly to support@clappia.com and we will be happy to assist you. Thank you.